that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Herbert. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was third down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. The Chargers at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the Raiders have got him. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
It always helps when a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd. In fact, they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. This is brought in at the 21. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw here. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got his man, it's Williams. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. He's got Allen. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Forced out to it, and he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Then we hit 3 in a row because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, They're locked in and really focused.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got Patterson on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the option, here's Eckler.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now the ball comes loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Khalil Mack, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even getting up the football.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field are covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
It's now 3rd and goal.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been in a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Herbert now. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Patterson running between the tackles. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, Jacobs. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as well. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Zamir White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Chargers 6.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. You cannot write these guys off just yet, having a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. To the air again, Herbert. Whipping one into Allen, that's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Chargers 12.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it
or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On first down, going back to Patterson.
Oh, he's got a little Cordarrelle Patterson.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Cordarrelle Patterson.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Chargers 12.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Herbert on first down now.
Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And some room to work.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Raiders tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And they will take a knee here.